Alright, just because it was about time, I'm doing my favorite Pokemon on my team, Snorlax. This battle strategy is one that took a little time if I wanted to release it or not, because he is the staple of my team, and he is one of the strongest Pokemon I have ever used. Ever. Hands down, forever and ever, strongest Pokemon on my team I've ever used, just because of how many shenanigans he has. A lot of my battle videos, and a lot of my battles, I have won almost single-handedly from Snorlax being a beast if my team goes down early. In double battles, he is 2v1'd, he is 1v4'd in a 2v1 situation. If he gets going, he's unstoppable. So, with my, how I won regionals with Dunsparce, he was a key staple in that. He's really good if you can give him a lot of support setup, because if he gets going, he's unstoppable. So, the first thing you need to do, get a Munchlax. Get it to level, I think, 27, 28. Give it Stockpile. Then you can evolve him. You're not allowed to play Snorlax without Stockpile, and I believe I was the first person ever to take this into competitive battling. Because no one really ever did it. I never saw Pokemon Snorlax. It was always Curse, always Belly Drum. It's like Stockpile Belly Drum. Much stronger. You get special defense and defense coverage, and instead of using Curse 6 times, you only have to use Stockpile 3 and Belly Drum once. It's a faster setup, it's stronger, you may not get 6 stats in defense, but your special defense isn't super weak. And then it's up to you. You get 3 moves that are mandatory. Stockpile, Belly Drum, Rest. 4th move's up to you. Do you want Fire Punch? I believe it's either, he either learns the Fire Fangs or Fire Punches, whatever. I think it's Punch. You give him Fire, Ice, or Thunder Punch. You can give it Crunch, Belly Drum, whatever typing you feel you are most comfortable going against, or whatever the meta dictates, go use it. Right, I've had Ice Punch before for Dragons, I've had Fire Punch before for Caesar and the Ferrothorn lockouts, and I've also had Crunch just because of the coverage against Ghost and Dark type, or Ghost and Psychic types, as well as it's just good against everything. It can lower their defense, which makes you stronger over time. Now, how did I make mine? Again, that's a strategy I don't feel comfortable giving up, but again, the meta's always changing. If someone uses my Snorlax against me, I might know how to counter it better than they do. So, as well as I'm giving all my strategies away, 236 hit points for EVs. You want to give him 212 special defense, and then the rest in defense, as well as a defensive nature. So pretty much you're doing the opposite of most of my strategies with Snorlax, just because of his spread is a little different. He doesn't have a lot of defense, so you give him that defense nature, and you give him a middle amount of defense EVs. After that, you give him a lot of special defense. Since it's already high, it gets complemented really well. And then you give him the rest in hit points, because he is a hit point beast. Actually, let me go and turn on my game here really quick, and let's see how strong my Snorlax really is at level 50, because that's the battle strategy and everything. While I'm trying to dig up my Snorlax, I'll also mention a couple other things. You want to be smart about using it. Like with every Pokemon strategy, you need to have it timed down well. You need to know when to rest. Oh, by the way, you give him a Chesto Berry to wake him up from rest. Thought that'd be obvious. You need to know when to rest, when to max out Stockpile, and when to Belly Drum. In a 2v1 situation, it's even more harder. So usually I get 2 stockpiles, will rest, get my 3rd stockpile, crunch a couple times, rest again, and then if I'm strong enough, Belly Drum rest. In a single battle, really easy to do. If you get your 3 stockpiles, you win. In double battles, you have to take chances. You have to be like, okay, I'll stockpile that 3rd time, rest, Belly Drum, rest. Try to set up some unique playstyles and ideas. Other than that, the only way you can take down Snorlax once he's gotten set up is critical hits. There is no way to stop it except for a crit, because crit ignores defenses, and maybe Sacred Sword. Anything that ignores defenses or a critical hit is the only way to stop this thing once it gets going. That's about all I can say with that, you know. And now that I pulled him up, let's look at the stats. So, at level 50, he has 253 hit points, 127 attack, 110 defense, 150 special defense, and that's kind of it. So, his defense isn't as good as I'd like it to be. I think he just had bad defense EVs, or bad defense IVs, but he has max special defense IVs. So his special defense really kicked off, and I'm happy for that. So you want to put him next to something like Klefki. Klefki is the ultimate support. If you have a strategy that takes more than 2 turns to set up, throw a Klefki in there. Snorlax. Klefki Snorlax. Use Reflect. Start Stockpile. Use Light Screen. Stockpile again. Thunder Wave your opponents. That way he gets priority on Stockpile. Priority on Belly Drum. Rest. And then he can just kind of sweep from there. That's kind of it. So Snorlax, he was really straightforward. People just need to realize that Stockpile is OP. That's it. So if you guys like the strategy, I'm going to be doing more. Next, I'll do the strategy on Drifblim. I'm actually going to tell you guys what strategy I'm doing next. Drifblim, because he is the key staple in my double battles, and he is really hilarious in single battles as well. So I hope you guys take all these to heart. I hope you guys really loved if I'm doing these videos, that they mean something to you and you want to keep watching them and that you'll stick through the whole video. Leave a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, all the fun things, and most importantly, just have a nice day.